Dear colleagues, I'm very glad to bring you greetings from Sweden on this special day when we celebrate the International Day of Medical Physics. It is a very special occasion for our professional and scientific community, and on behalf of the Swedish Society of Radiation Physics, I would like to express our thanks to the International Organization of Medical Physics for bringing us together on this special day when we remember the birthday of Marie Sklodowska-Curie to honor our profession, acknowledge the achievements and advancements in medical physics in our countries and around the world, and plan our future work together to overcome our specific needs as well as the challenges that are generally associated with the progress in our profession. This year's theme of the International Day of Medical Physics is inspiring the new generations of medical physicists. One of the ways of inspiring the new generation is to take a look at the past and give to the new generation the historical perspective of the developments in the field all the way to the current times, highlighting at the same time the importance of carrying on the legacy into the future. The Swedish Society of Radiation Physics has a history of more than half a century, but research, education, and practice in medical physics in Sweden has a much longer history and tradition that started very soon after the discovery of X-rays by Röntgen. The first radiation treatment of a cancer patient in Sweden took place in 1899, and the first oncology clinic in Sweden was Radiumhemmet, the home of radium, established in 1910, its name being closely associated to the work of Rolf Siebert, his contribution to medical physics and radiation protection being acknowledged in 1979 by naming the unit for the radiation dose equivalent by his name. The Swedish Society of Radiation Physics was formed in 1961 when the Swedish Association of Health and Medical Physicists separated into two arms, one oriented more towards the professional aspects, the Swedish Federation of Medical Physicists, and one oriented more towards research and development, the Swedish Society of Radiation Physics. The two newly formed organizations complement each other and work closely together since then. The Swedish Society of Radiation Physics is affiliated to the Swedish Society of Medicine and a member of the International Organization for Medical Physics, the International Union for Physical and Engineering Sciences in Medicine, and the Nordic Association for Clinical Physics. So, nowadays, the Swedish Society of Radiation Physics is a non-profit, politically and trade union independent organization with a mission to promote the development of medical radiation physics in Sweden and stimulate exchange of experience and knowledge in the field, both nationally and internationally. And in this spirit, the society is bringing the community of medical physicists together, and it's acting as a forum for organizing events, sharing news, and disseminating information of mutual interest in the field. And the perfect example of bringing together the community is the yearly National Meeting of Medical Physicists, which this year will take place only 1 week after the International Day of Medical Physics between 13th and 15th of November. During the previous years, the national meetings of medical physics have been focused on overarching issues such as management systems, the various roles of medical physicists, and education. This year, however, will mark the return to the core of hospital physics with a focus on the present and the future. Since the early days of medical physics, Sweden has been a very fertile soil for the development of the medical radiation physics profession and for research in our discipline. Sweden was among the first countries around the world to regulate the education of medical physicists at the national level, and nowadays, medical physicist is a protected professional title that may be used only by those who hold a license to practice issued by the Swedish National Board of Health and Welfare, based on the completion of a program in medical radiation physics, with 4 Swedish universities authorized to run this combined academic and professional education programs. To align better with international guidelines for qualification as a medical physics expert, the two Swedish organizations in medical physics, as well as academia, have worked together to design a specialization program that it will be soon ready and it will be soon implemented through the National Board of Health and Welfare. This program is complemented by continuous professional development activities carried out also in collaboration between the professional organizations, clinics, and academia. The fact that special attention is paid to the continuous professional development together with the availability of PhD programs in medical radiation physics at several Swedish universities have paved the way to sustained research in the field in all main topics of radiation physics applied in health and as radiation protection as well. Now, to come back to the theme of the International Day of Medical Physics, inspiring the next generations of medical physicists, we are happy to mention that the Swedish Society of Radiation Physics has a long tradition of stimulating the interest in research through an award that is presented yearly for the best degree project in medical radiation physics. Many young graduates about to start their career as medical physicists in the hospital are encouraged to continue the good work in this way and combine clinical work with research, which is one of the main challenges in this field. And this is only one of the 4 awards presented yearly by the society. The other 3 targeting developments in technology, science, and generally applications of radiation physics in medicine and in health. And indeed, it is not by chance that the Swedish Society of Radiation Physics is awarding the technical developments and research in medical radiation physics, as this is one of the current challenges in our field, to keep pace with the new developments and combine clinical work with research and implementation of novel techniques and approaches in this fast advancing field of medical radiation physics. We are rather fortunate in Sweden to see medical physics well represented in hospitals, academia, as well as industry. But we still have to work to ensure optimal collaboration and to design and maintain the infrastructure for efficient cooperation. There are many challenges to face in this profession, but it is also extremely rewarding to overcome them and bring our contribution to the diagnostic and treatment of patients next to our colleagues from the other medical professions. We are grateful for the opportunity to do it together as part of this large and generous community growing under the wings of IDMP, and we are happy to celebrate together the International Day of the Medical Physics. Thank you.